Good morning, Salada Youth family. Hope that you are doing well wherever you are and whenever you're watching this. The Bible's a pretty great book, and usually it doesn't make me angry. But this passage makes me angry. I'm not going to lie, it makes me angry. It really makes me angry. Because this Jacob guy, this Jacob fool in Genesis chapter 28, starting in verse 10, the passage we're in today. This guy who has lied and cheated his way into everything he's gotten so far goes out in the desert and sees this vision of this stairway to heaven. No, not the Led Zeppelin song that you're not supposed to play in guitar stores, but this real stairway to heaven with the angels coming up and down the ladder and God himself standing at the ladder at the top and saying, I will bless you. I will give you all this land. I'm going to give you all these descendants. You're going to become a great and powerful person, and I will always be with you. And Jacob wakes up and he's like, oh man, this is awesome. This place is amazing. This must be the house of God. I didn't know God was here. And he builds this kind of altar to God and everything. And he's praising God. And then, oh my gosh, then this guy, this Jacob guy, he forgets everything. He forgets everything he's learned. And in verse 20, he says this, he makes this promise, right? That if God will be with me and will watch over me on this journey I'm taking and will give me food to eat and clothes to wear so that I may return safely to my father's house, then the Lord will be my God, and the stone that I have set up will be a pillar to be God's house, and all that you give me, I will give you a tenth. What? Oh, he just told you, God just told you that he would be with you. And then you're saying, well, if he really comes through, then maybe I'll think about, giving you whatever. Oh, what is wrong with this guy? Like, seriously, what is wrong with this guy? How could you see God work in your life like that and see the angels and see God? But maybe the reason this makes me so mad is because I've seen God working in my life. I've seen God in this church, in this town, in this yak, where I work with youth every week and online with youth. I've seen God working and God promising that he's with me and loves our youth group and loves all of us. And then I turn around and forget. Then I start making deals. Well, God, if you'll just let the next thing I do be successful, if you'll let this thing I'm doing at home work out, or this investment I want to do, or this new car, or whatever it is that I'm trying to accomplish. I'm not trying to get a new car, but I haven't at times that I start to work, like if stuff will just work out for me, God, then I'll really believe that you're with me. When God's already told me that he's with me. And I think it's so easy for us to forget. When we see God working and moving in our lives, and we go, this is so awesome. But then so quickly, we start going back to thinking about ourselves, just like Jacob does in this passage. And start thinking about our needs, our food and our clothes and our journeys that we're going to make in life, and how God, can you just bless all the things I'm trying to do? When God's already told us he's got so much more in store for us. Jacob's concerned about the small stuff, and God's telling him, I got that, and all this other amazing stuff's going to be done, and you've lost your focus on that. And so I have to admit, I get angry at this because it's me. And I think if you're honest with yourselves, you'd realize it's a lot of times you too. But thank God he has grace for us, and he will be there with us just like he was with Jacob. He's going to walk with us every step of the way. and he's going to be there when we need him, when we're selfish, and when we finally learn to see the blessings that he gives us at whatever point in our lives we figure that out. He's there for that too, because he loves us. And it's as simple as that, and that's good news. Thank you for listening this morning. Love all of you so much. Hope to see you as soon as we possibly can in person. Thank you for joining us this morning.